Hi everybody, I'm here to talk about the first episode of Game of Thrones. I'm not going to make a breakdown of the episode because there are YouTubers that do that already. So I'm just going to make a list of the best and worst scenes of this episode. So let's start by the best scenes. The first one is the meeting between Sansa and Tyrion. It's interesting because we can see how Sansa grew, and Tyrion isn't anymore the character of the fourth season. It's funny because we all noticed that Tyrion became a useless character in the seventh season, and also Sansa says that. Another scene that I liked was the opening scene. That is a reminder of the first episode of the first season, and it's interesting how they used the soundtrack of the first season and also managed to make a good introduction to the episode. The last two scenes that I really liked were in the end of the episode. In fact, the first one is a dialogue between John and Sam, which is well written. Unlike other dialogues in the same episode, it's interesting how John reacted. In fact, I think that he's not going to say that he's a Targaryen in the next episode. And the second scene that I liked was the horror scene where Tormund and Beric found the Amber Boy on the wall with the spiral of arms. I think that it's a powerful scene because we can see that the Night King has a plan and a purpose, and it's not only an empty character. But that's it. The scenes that I liked were those, and there are more scenes that I not liked. So let's start with the problems of the episode. And the worst thing is the relationship between Jon and Daenerys. In fact, it's really cringy and there is too much fan service. But the real problem is how Jon rode the dragon. In fact, you know that only Targaryens can ride a dragon, and Daenerys should know it. So she can't say to a random person to try to ride a dragon, especially if this person is the king in the north, your ally. Another real cringe moment is between Arya and Gendry. This is also caused by fan service. In fact, the dialogue between them is at the level of High School Musical, and obviously they're going to be together in the end of the season. A real big problem that is not only in the eighth season but also in the seventh is the transitions between the scenes. In fact, the characters are often teleported, and especially in the south scenes, there are a lot of things that didn't make a lot of sense. For example, the scene where Theon frees Yara makes no sense because if it's that easy to free an hostage of Euron, how can they defeat the army of the north? I don't know. Another big problem that I had with this episode is that too much time is used for useless scenes like the one where Jon and Daenerys ride the dragons, and other really important things aren't really explained in details. For example, the tension in the army of the north between Jon and Sansa, and also Daenerys and Sansa. I really wanted to see more of that and less of fan service. Another thing that made me laugh was Bran staring at people, and the fact that he is in the same spot every time. I wonder if he is sleeping outside in that place, because who is going to carry him around? I really don't know. As you noticed, I didn't really enjoy this episode because the problem is that there are too many things to explore, and there are only 5 episodes that remain. And I also noticed that this first episode has the same problems of the seventh season. I made a video about it, so if you want to see it, I will put a link in the description. I'm going to make the same kind of videos for each episode, and one last video for reviewing the whole season. So, ciao!